So in this mini tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use the shadow feature to make some of your text stand out in different unique ways. Here I have white, and often I use a dark background, but it really can depend on what font you use and what shadow type is happening and what your background looks like. I changed to this for the thumbnail because I didn't want black. So you can see some of the shadowing here, but you don't really see it in the thumbnail. So it really is a hit or miss, and you just practice on what you want. And I'll show you a recent video where I did do some of this, a strategy I use when I want to make the background a little bit darker. What I do is I just take a shape, I expand it, I turn it to black, and then I just change the opacity. Now this is over, and we want it to be at the bottom. So this is that square that is giving, it's making it look a little bit darker so it will stand out a little bit more, but you can still see the background. So that's one little trick that I do. So let me show you what I did with these different, I had to play around a lot because I use different colors, and sometimes it's the color as well as the font that makes a difference on how it works. But if we look at the shadow feature of this, I have it on 4 and 3. If I take it down, so if I don't have any shadow, it's just at the same level almost, except National is also has a shadow on it. Now I can't remember what I had. So you can play with this by making it different distances and different blurs. You can bring it up a little bit more, and then it's coming more in front of National. You can make, where's pi? Here I have 4 and 7. If I make it further apart, further distance, it's going to come out even more into the foreground, and National is now behind it more. Now let's change that back, and we can see the different effect. It goes back a little bit more. I can move today to go more in line with National. And you can just play with those different effects. So once you put your text, whoop, I hit a shortcut instead of typing create. Make that bigger. Let's duplicate that. I just used Command D. And then all you would do, I'm going to change this to white. You don't see it now, but when you put your shadow on, it will come out, and you can blur it so it comes out further, closer down, so you can just play with that. And then you can do the same with create. I'm going to change that text to white. Then I'm going to go down to my shadow. I'm going to see what I want it to do, so I'm just going to play around with it. Then I can put that above, so then Studio is underneath a little. You don't really see the full T in the I, so the font might not be great. You might want to look at text size. You might want to keep Studio on top. You can do all sorts of things. You can then you can change some colors and see if that's what you want to do and make it stand out a little bit more. And then create might be able to be, I'm not sure I like that because the T is sticking through the I. So you're just going to experiment with colors with the background, with the text size and the font. But that's one way to make your text stand up